Oh, this is not a spring chick. And sometimes when you go outdoors, okay, did you see me almost trip? That was a horse hoof. I know, isn't this so much fun? Anyway, we'll bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today because sometimes you just gotta get outside and enjoy the nature. Kay Bailey Hutchinson, knowing she has already lost her Senate seat to Martin Sheen, files to run for Texas governor.
It's ridiculous when the members of the United States Senate know that the elections are so rigged that they're not even going to bother to run in the elections now.
Gay rights march planned on Washington, D.C. Gay rights is the civil rights movement of the 21st century.
I know, and all it does is keep infuriating black Americans by trying to make out that they're put upon as black people. No.
Where is the bailout for the RV industry? Now, we hadn't even heard of this one.
Well, because they don't care, even though it's they are. I think it was 147,000 jobs stand to be lost, and if you multiply that, it pushes close to 1 million people that will be losing their jobs as a result of the RV industry going under.
You know what? We hadn't even heard about that one.
They don't care about that's an automobile industry. They don't care about them at all.
Obama needs hands-on economic approach, Democrats say.
Yeah, the Democrats are very unhappy because they wanted Obama to take the office of the presidency the day after he was elected, and he refused to do it.
Well, he becomes president January 20th.
As far as they what was it? That he is the only rightfully elected president of this nation.
Oh boy. How deep is Pakistani involvement in the Mumbai attack?
Well, their intelligence people were the people that created this organization and did it.
Democrats demand Bush sign off instead of doing it itself.
I know. The Democrats, they run Congress. They can do anything they want to do. They have $25 billion right now to play with, but they want Bush to be on the record when this goes bad.
I know, they're already anticipating that it's going to.
Well, their own people said yesterday, their watchdog said that they have to come back by this time next fall, and ask for 2 or 3 times that amount of money.
That's ridiculous. Well, until they can start selling cars.
Well, this morning the head of the union said the automobile industry and the workers are not at fault. It is not their benefit package. It is the fact that George Bush and his administration destroyed the credit industry and nobody can buy a car now. That's what caused the whole problem. Don't mind the fact that since 1970 they've lost, from like 70% down to 10% of the market.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Well, they're planning on going overseas anyway.
That's right.
Desperate car makers bailout, please hit skeptical Senate. Oh, yeah, well...
Yeah, well, okay. Even the Democrats that are going to give them the money don't buy any of it. Okay, first of all, they said, I love this. General Motors has $19 billion in cash in the bank. Ford Motor Company has like $20 billion. Even Chrysler has $9 billion.
Really?
And they're loaded with money.
They're just trying to get it in anticipation of...
What it amounts to is the fact they don't have enough money to pay. They made an agreement that money has to be in the bank for the union funds by a certain amount of time this month, and they don't have it.
Oh.
They're wanting the government to pay the union so they can get this off their hands and let the union handle it. But it's going to run about $34 billion now.
Home loan troubles break records again.
Yeah, but the National Board of Realtors said that homes are selling at a record rate.
They are?
Yeah.
Or foreclosures are selling at a record rate to banks buying them back?
That's why they're selling at a record rate. Yeah, 1 out of every 10 homes is either in foreclosure or at least a month behind in the rent.
Dutch special forces prepare for attacks by Somali pirates.
And they attacked them, and they got one of their motherships just a little while ago.
UAW, everyone that doesn't support the bailout is ignorant. Bush and Republicans to blame, and no more concessions.
I know, isn't that a good thing? Just white people don't like unions, folks.
Iraq, case packed with timetable. Attacks kill 17.
Well, because they're trying to push the United States out even faster than we're going.
Oil plummets below $44 per barrel on economic news.
Yeah. Well, nobody's buying anything. Cars aren't selling. People aren't traveling. So, yet the stock market, we know a person in Europe whose advisors have said that there's something extremely phony going on, and that they're giving figures on the stock markets that are totally unrealistic. Today we had horrible news, and the stock market is climbing unbelievably fast on the worst possible financial news you can have.
Sounds like somebody's got their hand in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, somebody's manipulating the trading.
Non-union crew will be made to pay if we don't get bailout money.
Yeah, that's non-union.
Crud.
They actually had a different word for it, but I mean, they're threatening anybody in this nation that doesn't support them now. Because with the Democratic Party's plan in January, everyone in this nation will become unionized, whether they want to be unionized or not.
Well, there's a problem with that.
And the UAW will be the ones administering the unions.
Oh, maybe that's why they're getting more resistance.
That's right.
Man allegedly assaults girlfriend with a burger.
Okay. Did anybody ever see the famous Jimmy Cagney in the face of May Clark with a grapefruit? That's sort of the thing there.
No.
The day it's a crime, then it was just
What do you do? How do you assault them with a hamburger?
You push it in their face.
Oh my
That's called a
gosh.
crime today.
Oh my. It's like try the burger. Countries looking to Obama's leadership on climate.
Yeah, well, because he's going to be the greenest leader in the history of the world.
I see.
Green?
Well, Al Gore's going to be advising him, isn't he?
You're either going to be green or you're going to be out of business under the Democrats.
Auto hearing, reality TV without the laughs.
Well, because it is so badly scripted, it's unbelievable. I mean, all of these guys coming up there being grilled by the Democrats when every one of them knows they're just waiting for the Democratic Party to sign the checks.
What a show, huh?
Yeah.
NASA delays Mars mission to 2011.
No money.
Employers cut 533,000 jobs in November, the most in 34 years.
And the stock market right now is setting at almost a 500-point gain today.
Are you serious?
That's right. It's up by, it was way down, now it's up by 230 some points.
NASA sets May date for Hubble telescope repairs.
And that, I think, is being pushed back now because there's no money.
Conservation group looks to Obama for walrus protection.
I know. Basically, he's going to be protecting sand fleas soon, too.
Icon facing huge loss unless the Yahoo stock rebounds.
Yeah, well, we just bought like 47 million more shares. The stocks are worthless.
So he was buying it thinking that they were going to get bought out.
By Microsoft, and Microsoft is basically waiting until the stock hits bottom, and then they'll pay cash for all of the shares that are out there. They'll probably offer like about $5 a share and buy the company.
Cruise ship carrying 122 adrift in Antarctica.
I mean, didn't this sound like a replay of last year?
Oh, yeah. Of course, I don't know if they were paying attention to those then. More problems for major post-9/11 security program.
They don't work. That's because the government is running them. And they're going to be running the automobile industry soon. And the healthcare industry. And the insurance industry. And the banking business.
I like this one, though. Travelers can do karaoke at the Houston airport.
I mean, you really are bored when you're doing that.
Well, they're just waiting for flights, right? It's entertainment at the bars.
Yeah, and they'll charge them extra for it.
Banned from the inauguration, strollers and umbrellas.
I know, baby strollers are dangerous.
Yeah, but who's going to take their kid to try and go to the inauguration anyway? Maybe some people.
A lot of strange people would.
With a Detroit bailout, the Fed may become too invested to quit.
Well, they can't because, they have to invest in everybody else after that needs money. So you can't tell somebody that's going to lose, a company's going to lose 100,000 jobs that, well, we're not important.
Obama brought in nearly $750 million for his presidential campaign.
Of which something like about $400 million goes to him personally.
Lucky him.
Yeah.
When you looked at the campaign figures, they had, what was it, Fox News said $136 million he spent in the last week, and John McCain's spent $17 million.
Yeah.
There's a huge disparity.
And they also, the figures are that it was a fallacy that he got $5 and $10 contributions. The majority of it was in large chunks, and maybe 49% from foreign countries.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Lifestyle is a choice. Your color and disabilities you're born with.